Howdy friends, hope you're all well. So I'm going to say it. I'm worried about Bethesda Softworks. I'm worried that the producers of such masterpieces such as Fallout and the Elder Scrolls have long since lost their ambition and have become yet another greedy corporation willing to trade its reputations for profit. That's what I'm worried about. For some of you, this might be a little silly, like being aboard a sinking vessel that's halfway underwater and saying, "I'm worried about this ship." But I've held on, and still hold on, to the idea that Bethesda is still a great game developer, and that from it can still come beloved additions to games like Fallout and the Elder Scrolls, and the much anticipated Starfield. A thing that you should know about me is that I am a huge Bethesda fanboy. Like, absolutely huge. I discovered a love for writing after writing my own fanfiction for my Skyrim character that eventually gave me the writing confidence that led me to publish my own novel. You could have renamed Fallout 4 Settlement Builder 4 and I probably would have noticed. I buy their merchandise, I go to QuakeCon every year in Dallas. Heck, I remember back in 2008 living at my friend's house because he had an Xbox and a copy of Fallout 3. A game I put so many hours into, some of his family was getting tired of me even being there. So I make this video now because I am worried. I am worried that my favorite game publisher, even above Blizzard Entertainment, the developers behind the game that is really the whole reason for this channel, I'm worried that the Bethesda I once knew and loved is gone. Rewind to 2018 when Bethesda released Fallout 76 and you'll see the beginning of this company revealing its darker side. Yes, I could see it argued that this transition happened much sooner during the announcement of Bethesda's Creation Kit store, which was essentially selling mods that already existed and were free. The Creation Kit store was certainly very telling of the future of this company, but in my opinion was not the start of the downward spiral. No, that downward spiral began with Fallout 76, a game nobody asked for, and one that was embroiled in controversy since its announcement, a game that has had ample time to get cleaned up and made into something Fallout fans could actually enjoy. And if you're someone that does enjoy Fallout 76 at this moment, then I don't mean to mock you or say that your love for the game is illegitimate. I've actually played the game myself and do enjoy it, or I should say I enjoy what it could be. See, Fallout 76 could be a great game. It could be a game similar to the successful survival game Rust, where players are given moddable servers to select from and build on their own. See, Bethesda could have made this game just how it was, but instead offered players privately and officially hosted servers, where you could choose to play on a server that fits your playstyle. That could be PvP, PvE, high or low pop, maybe servers with extra difficulties for survival mode. Servers could even be focused on settlement building. I mean, use your imagination, because the modding community certainly would have. If the game was released like that, it could have been a success. Within a year, we could have full servers of every imaginable playstyle you might want to play. I personally drool at the possibility of logging in to a PvE survival role-playing server where I can travel the exaggerated dangers of the wasteland with friends, scavenging supplies, and gathering the lore of my favorite universe. After all, that's what I do on Fallout 4 right now, minus the friends. I play Fallout 4 exclusively on survival, because the constant need for food and water, the tuned up difficulty in a post-apocalyptic world is my dream game. But I could go on all day with what I wished Fallout 76 was, but that would ultimately be a waste of time, because Fallout 76 is not what I want it to be. Instead, it's Bethesda's buggy, unrewarding attempt at creating a cash cow and putting their toe into the games as service market that is making so much money right now. And month after month, they have fine-tuned this game to make it more and more of what it is, a buggy mess with no real purpose. But okay, fine. Maybe you're someone who still defends Fallout 76. After all, it still has the potential to be something great, despite Bethesda's continued best efforts. And after all, The Elder Scrolls Online took well over a year to get where it is today, and it is now regarded as a rewarding MMORPG that has a booming player base. Not bad, by the way. I really enjoy The Elder Scrolls Online. It'll never compare to Classic WoW, but before Classic WoW was released, I would have certainly described ESO as the best MMO on the market. But for those defending Fallout 76 still, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I admire your endurance. I just wish I had your optimism, because Bethesda has continued to take this game down the worst route. They continually reach a fork in the road and knowingly take the route that's going to be worse for this game. Take their decision in spring of 2019 as they released the repair kit controversy. See, they could have taken the route that would have won them over some PR and chosen to add repair kits to the game, but not in the cash shop where you can buy them as an actual advantage in a survival game. Of these two choices, what do you think they did? Oh, that's right, they decided to add essentially a pay-to-win mechanic that allows you to repair items in your inventory to 100% condition on the spot. In a survival game, that's not just a convenience, it's an advantage. A paid advantage that Bethesda added to help their bottom line. And bad decisions like this have been a monthly trend for Bethesda, who is selling their once good reputation for money, generally through their dying cash cow, which is Fallout 76. But there's no safety in other titles either. The Elder Scrolls Blades, for example, a game which honestly has great gameplay for a mobile title. I'll give them that. The problem with this game is that, once again, Bethesda has found themselves at a crossroads, and instead of choosing to make this game another beloved Elder Scrolls title that's available on a mobile device, they instead choose to follow the mobile industry standards and make it a pay-to-win mess. The whole game is based around getting rewards from chests, which you have to wait in order to open, or you can pay real money to open them immediately. Add in the fact that this game is intentionally designed so that you can only hold so many chests in your inventory at a time, and you'll quickly find yourself running into a wall where you either have to stop playing and wait to open them, or pay some money to continue playing. Yes, practices like this are rampant in the mobile game industry, but I'm not going to give Bethesda a pass just because everyone else participates. The Elder Scrolls Blades, at its core, is a very well done RPG with an intuitive combat system considering the limitations of a mobile device. It could have been a PR win and a huge success for Bethesda if they had just toned down the microtransactions and instead reverted to making them cosmetic items in the town or just cosmetic armor, all while allowing players to get the rewards instantly after completing dungeons. Doing that would have made this game fun, and a practice that I would have no doubtedly supported, probably in the form of small in-game purchases here and there. Considering the game is free, I understand that there needs to be microtransactions or just something in there to make a source of revenue. After all, it's expensive to make a game. But Bethesda didn't make it like that. They didn't just try to make a fun adventure game for us to enjoy. No, they followed the mobile industry standards and chose to insert slot machine mechanics and artificial time-gated rewards that are designed to pressure players to spend more money. Once again, they took the wrong route that would make them money at the cost of their reputation. And you know what? I wish this was the end of Bethesda's downward spiral. But no, it's not. See, Fallout 76 is once again in the spotlight with their new subscription system, Fallout First. Now, you don't have to travel far to learn about Fallout First and see the uproar it has caused, but in case you're not familiar, I'll happily explain it here. Fallout First is an optional subscription that gives players access to their own personal or privately hosted Fallout 76 servers. At best, this is a shamelessly paywalled attempt at getting this game on track to what players actually want to play, and at its worst, it's a way for Bethesda to charge players to play Fallout 76 offline. Now, when this first released, I actually gave Bethesda the benefit of the doubt. After all, hosting servers costs money, and it seems fair that they require the users who are making the servers to pay for the server that they want to host. Because if you want to start your own Minecraft server, you have to pay monthly, and nobody's in an uproar about that, so why is it so wrong for Bethesda to do it? Well, aside from the fact that Fallout 76 is a full-priced game with already implemented microtransactions, a lot of them at that too, these private servers are going for a whopping $13 a month or $100 a year. In addition, purchasing this subscription will get you access to the unlimited storage scrap box, as well as a survival tent that you can travel to for free. These are bought conveniences in a survival game for an already full-price game, which was promised to have no paid advantages at its start. Also, your server can only hold 7 players, and it's not even available if the owner of the said private world is offline. See, that should be free. A server like this should be free. A Minecraft server costs much less than this, can fit way more people, and is available 99.9% of the time, even if the owner has been offline for the last decade. Private worlds should have already been included in the core game. They are so underwhelming. Especially when you consider these servers aren't even currently moddable. Yeah, that's right, you can't even incorporate your own mods, which in my opinion are the only things that can save this game. Oh, but hold on, you say. Bethesda has promised us that mods will be coming to private worlds at a later date. You mean like they promised us they wouldn't add pay-to-win mechanics? Also, who's to say they're not going to charge us for those mods anyway? They've already shown us that they have the audacity to charge us for something as underwhelming as Fallout First, which, I remind you, is essentially the ability to play the game offline, a feature which should have been included in the original game. How do we know these mods aren't going to be behind an additional paywall? We don't, and I don't trust Bethesda to do this right. And that hurts to say because, as I said in the beginning of this video, I really like Bethesda games. Nobody wants to see Bethesda improve more than I want to see them improve. And I know this whole thing is silly to get this upset over a video game publisher. I mean, after all, there's so many more important things in the world, I get it. But for someone like me, the games produced by Bethesda are a big source of my passion. Like I said, I wrote my own novel largely because of the love of writing I discovered while writing Skyrim fanfiction. So it is a big deal to me personally to see Bethesda go this way. I don't mean to be overly dramatic. I'm going to continue to play Bethesda games, Fallout 76 included, though I'm not paying for Fallout First. I will continue to tell people that Bethesda is my favorite developer. I'm just worried that Bethesda's gone too far, and I hope this video serves as a way to kind of express my concern about them, not to bash them, though I guess I did a lot of that. I know this video is a little dramatic, but it comes from a place of passion. And maybe my voice, combined with the voice of so many others, will reach Bethesda and just let them know that, hey, their fans aren't happy with what they're doing and want to see them go back to the way they were. And maybe Bethesda can get back on track and we can once again look forward to their amazing games. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit more dramatic than the usual Druid content I develop, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Anyway, I appreciate your time. That's all I have for today, and I will see you guys next time.